Hey, what's going on everybody? I got a quick little video because I wanted to talk about Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris. This game is the best $3 you will ever spend if you have Xbox. It was a free game at some point for people on Xbox. I don't know how much it cost on PlayStation, so I can't speak for PlayStation. I played this game in the past, well before I made my first YouTube video, and I just replayed it with a friend who's new to games, and we had a good time. I highly recommend you play this game with a friend, and I highly recommend that you play the game. Regardless if you only played the Survivor timeline or if you only played the Classic or the Legend timeline, this game is the perfect balance between combat and puzzles. Considering you're playing this game with a friend, if you played Portal 2's co-op campaign, you're definitely gonna like this game. And the reasons why is because you're gonna have to rely on your partner's abilities to figure out these puzzles and how to traverse through the environment. And in the process of figuring that stuff out and brainstorming ideas, you might end up killing your partner on accidents, which creates fun and funny moments. There are 4 playable characters in this game. Lara and Carter have abilities that relate to the grappling hook, and Isis and Horus have a staff that can interact with the environment. They can slow down time, raise platforms, and they can create shields which can be jumped on. The puzzles in this game are great. None of them really take too long to figure out. There were 2 challenge tombs that did take like 30 minutes for us to figure out, but we got it done without a guide. It was fun figuring that stuff out and accidentally killing each other. There are bosses in this game, and some of the bosses are just puzzles themselves. This game is simple yet so effective. It has that X-Men Legends camera style, that old school arcade shooting game style, and it just works so fluidly. I like the combat in the game, it works really nice. This game has the best enemy variety out of any of the Tomb Raider games I played so far. We have real enemies. We don't have just the dog or the tiger trying to kill you in the jungle. We have real mythological creatures that are ready to slay your shit. We have enemies out here casting magic. They out here casting thunder from the sky. We got giant alligators with spears, and we have enemies with different forms. Some of these enemies be lit on fire and they run fast at you. We got enemies out here that are ready to self-destruct on you. These enemies actually give you a reason to dodge. You have some enemies that are so strong that you have to stun and put them on their backs and use a bomb to destroy them. Some of these enemies appear to be weaker to some things than others. I'm trying to figure out, where were these niggas at when I was playing Tomb Raider 1 and Tomb Raider Anniversary when you were in Egypt? These enemies are lit. The game also has challenges where you can fight waves of enemies. This game has a good amount of weapon variety. You have your basic staffs that shoot beams, you have submachine guns, you have assault rifles, shotguns, grenade launchers, and rocket launchers, and different forms of the such. And also in this game, there are chests which gives you rings and amulets which have different status effects, which gives you a really good positive, and it will give you a little bit of a minus, so there's a trade-off. This game did come out 1 year after Tomb Raider 2013, and you can definitely see the influence of Tomb Raider 2013 by the run sequence the game has, which those moments are actually pretty fun. Now, I speak very highly of the game, but some things I didn't like is the game's a little bit buggy. Sometimes your grapple hook might just randomly give out for no reason. There are times when you're playing this game with somebody online, and what they're doing in their game does not translate well on your screen. So sometimes someone might be jumping and they might be floating on air inside a wall on your screen, but usually when they're done completing their action, it corrects itself. Those moments do become funny, but it is an issue. There was one time during a run sequence where we were supposed to have platforms where we were running to, but they didn't load in, so we had to reload the checkpoint and then they spawned. And there was also a point where we were at a boss fight and you do enough damage and he leaves the arena and he's supposed to bring in random minions, but they did not show up for like 2 whole minutes.
What the fuck y'all niggas at?
But besides all that, I really think this game is very good and you should definitely play it. It has pretty good scores across multiple platforms. I'd give this game an 8 even with the problems it has. The problems aren't that bad. The game's kind of short. So instead of buying that McDonald's coffee with that $3, go ahead and get you some Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris with that $3. Anyways, catch you guys later. Be safe, and as always, vibe out.